Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about the flavour of the month, which is the Burning Crusade. More specifically, details on Warmane's latest announcement to host a TBC realm. So the actual first announcement of this realm ended up being a bit of a confusing situation. Basically, Warmane thought it'd be a great idea to announce this realm on April 1st, which is obviously April Fool's Day. So for the whole day, the community was rather confused whether this announcement was a troll post or not, considering that Warmane jokingly announced that they were doing a Warlords of Draenor server the previous April Fools, so it definitely made people a bit skeptical of this announcement. So April 2nd rolled around and it was confirmed to be true, so this is the TLDR of the long post about the realm. They start off by saying that the idea of a Warmane TBC server has been on their mind for years, but they stayed away from it due to the poorly realised emulation. They then go on to say that their staff members recalled TBC as their favourite expansion, and it took its toll on them, declining player suggestions, until now. The next section of the post talks about the inception of the server. They say the way they designed Lordaeron was always so the content could be versatile and immediately implemented onto other expansions they offered, and what they immediately realised was because the content was so versatile, it could go backwards as well. So while they were creating Lordaeron, they were actually also helping shape the future of their Burning Crusade server. So in the summer of 2016, the first ever Burning Crusade realm forged by Warmane was born, and that they've been spending many months since then perfecting it to live up to the Warmane name. The next part starts by saying it'll be something unseen before when it comes to Burning Crusade projects, and that it'll be the most complete Burning Crusade realm in the world. They then list a few noteworthy features that the realm has to offer, and this is what the list says. Remarkable stability and performance, bearing player amounts similar to Icecrown, which is their high rates realm with 10,000 to 12,000 players online, if not higher, properly working transports in the truest sense of the word, collision calculations, pathfinding on transports for players, NPCs and pets, pathfinding in all instances, the world and arenas, in which years of development went in, fully working spells, mechanics and such, based on many years of experience that went into creating and running the tournament realms, outstanding and proven record in anti-cheat with frequent updates, optimizations, anti-spamming detection systems, shadow punishment systems ensuring that being a cheater never pays off, fully working dungeons and raids with the tiniest details taken into account, and fully working quests, events and outstanding quality as such. So after tooting their own horn, they continue to announce the rates and progression of the server. They start by saying the server quality can easily get away with being a 1x rates realm, but they said due to the majority of their player base playing on the high rates realm, they made the decision to make this a 5x experience rate realm, but all other rates will be 1x. They also said that if there's a demand for a 1x rates realm, then it could be provided at a later time. My thoughts on this is why don't they just implement the command which lets players set their own rate, but still have the default rate as 5x. It's a system which is used by many other servers and has been proven to work. It'll even work better on this realm due to the other rates being 1x. This server will also be progressive, starting at tier 4, and will progress dynamically depending on the rate of guild progression. At the bottom of the announcement is a short Q&A which kind of seemed more trumpet blowing, and the answers to these questions were already in the post above, so it kind of seemed a bit pointless to me. So now for the big question, when can you play this? So here's some important dates you need to remember. April 11th, which has now actually passed, is the date of the PTR server being opened. This first phase is for stress testing and initial testing. In this phase, all characters will be able to start from level 1 and the realm will be in a sandbox environment. Most of the content will be available for player testing and it's up to the players to check what they're most interested in. The realm will be set in the first progressive stage. The next date you need to remember is April 26th. This date is the Phase 2 testing, which is the Burning Crusade content testing, where all players will be level 70 and initial gear will be provided for content testing. They haven't specified how long they're going to be on this phase for, but if I was a betting man, my guess is that the server will launch around late May, early June time, just in time for a good portion of the player base to be on summer holidays. Plus, they've stated that they've already spent a considerable amount of time testing the content on the server, from low level starting zones to actual full-blown raids with fully staffed groups, but they hope the players will give the realm that extra remaining last touch that they might have missed. They close by saying that all characters on the PTR will be removed after testing is completed, but that's obvious. One big thing that everyone keeps questioning is whether or not the server will have a cash shop similar to the other servers that they offer. So I've had a word with the guys over at Warmane, and they've said that currently it is undecided whether the server will have a cash shop, but it's more than likely. But if they were, they wouldn't offer any items which are unobtainable in the current line of progression. So for example, they wouldn't offer tier 6 items when the only available content is tier 4. So I know everyone has a different opinion on that. For me, I'm a simple man. If there's a players running around with the greatest gear one-shotting people who can't obtain that gear, then it's shit. But if the gear is obtainable and they're lazy enough not to do the content and just pull out mummy and daddy's credit card, then so be it. It is what it is, I'm afraid. Chances are it probably won't affect the gameplay that much, as 9 out of 10 of those players are normally pretty crap at the game anyway. So that's pretty much everything we currently know about the server. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on the server, and whether or not you'll be playing the PTR or release when it comes out. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, I'll see you next time.